Alright guys, so if things actually play well for the Paws airdrop, it means that with 50k Paws points, you're going to be making about $360. Okay, now you heard that from me first. Now, first thing we're going to be talking about in today's video is the Paws airdrop listing. We're going to be talking about the whole verification and eligibility, and we're going to be talking about every single thing we need to know about the listing price and the listing date and what is the recent update on the Paws airdrop. But before that, the not pay airdrop claim is actually tomorrow, being the 17th of January, and I just discovered that a little fee of about 0.02 Solana is actually needed for this claim. Now, I didn't really participate in the not pay airdrop, but I've got some good news for subscribers right on this particular channel. So we're going to be giving out about 0.02 Solana to as much possible as I can. So all I just simply need to do right now is to go over to the description of the video and locate our Twitter account right there. I'm going to be making a post on Twitter right now. All you just need to do is to go over to the post, retweet, like the post, and then drop your Solana address. So I'm going to be distributing about 0.02 Solana to as much people as possible. So all you need to do right now is to check in right now. But before you go over doing that, make sure that you've subscribed to the channel, make sure you've liked this video, and without wasting much time, let's dive into Paws updates and let's talk about the listing price and every single thing you need to know about this project. All right guys, just a very few things to talk about this Paws airdrop listing and what we should know right now. Okay, so we're gonna be deliberating about the eligibility thing and what is really happening to the listing and the date which this is actually coming. Okay, so right here we have at Paws community on Telegram that out of about 72 million plus users we got on this particular project, that's about 63 million users have actually been eliminated. So what this simply means is that if you are actually eligible for Paws airdrop right now, then a very big congratulations to you, because you're going to be making so much money from this particular project. Now we have about 7 million users right now who are going to be competing for the Paws airdrop. Now this is very, very nice. Okay, now airdrop income in this project wouldn't have been so massive if we don't have about this if we don't have about this 63 million users eliminated. Then it means that it's going to be very, very hard for some persons to actually make money from this project. But having about 7 million users competing right now, it's very more easy for even people with the lowest Paws points to actually make money from this particular project. Okay, now talking about eligibility into this particular project, I've actually elaborated this on our last video. And being eligible for this particular airdrop is not actually the only thing that is utmost important that you should do. Okay, now some persons on my last video made comments that recommended is different from mandatory and stuff like that, and I actually agree with that. Okay, so you could actually do mandatory tax and don't do the recommended tax. Okay, it's clean, it's clear, it's understood, but you need to understand that having the recommended tax actually completed is actually going to pose you and give you more strength in the competition among 7 million users who are wanting to get this airdrop right now. Okay, just like the voting badge, exploring turn, Paws balance, you see these things around here, they are virtually very, very important right now. You have about 7 million users right now to compete with, and competing for the most of the airdrop, which may have a particular basis to how the distribution is gonna come. Now, according to what I'm seeing right now, there's every possibility that Paws tokens are not just gonna be distributed as it is, like distribution of the points as we have right here, just like back to details, maybe distribution as we have points, maybe as I have about 683 Paws right here. I may not just be getting 683 Paws, maybe there may be a little kind of basis to how these Paws points are going to be divided and distributed and all, but your ability to have completed this whole tax and done the whole recommended tax and quest right here on the eligibility actually poses your stance to getting more of this particular airdrop. Now, according to an inside information which I've got on this particular project, it states that the Paws has actually been confirmed to be listing on Binance, which I actually saw that information, and I'm actually still looking out to knowing if this is actually true and if it's actually how it's going to be happening. But if Paws is actually coming on Binance, just as you see on the screen right now, it means that we're going to be having about 50k Paws points to be giving you about $360. And not just that, the estimated listing price of this particular project is at about 0.007 plus and above that. Okay, but I have some information about an exchange where Paws is already listed. Now, this is actually a fake listing, or what I call it a pre-market listing, and I'll just show you guys right now. So right on this particular pre-market listing right here, we have that the Paws airdrop is actually at a price of about, as you can see on your screen, 0.0008176, which is actually on a very, very low side. But like I said, we've got some inside information that estimates the price which this token is actually going to be listing on. Now, why the listing date of this particular project remained unconfirmed, and even though we have it rumored coming this January, towards the end of this January 2025, but it's actually unconfirmed right now because there's no proper information coming from Paws as regards the listing date of the project. But the Paws token listing in anticipation to be listed on major exchanges in early 2025. Okay, now market speculation actually suggests that an initial price range between 0.0072 and 0.0078 per token. Now, what actually confirms this particular process to me right now is the process of elimination that's actually taking place. And this means that if the total supply of this particular token is actually gonna be on a low side, like if we don't have much of a total supply, it means that the actualization of 207 listing price is going to be coming to pass. Okay, but if we actually have a very high side total supply coming in this particular project and having about 7 million users, distribution is going to be crazy and we're not going to be making so much money. So what we are basing on right now is the good news of 63 million users being eliminated, even though it's actually the good news that some persons are out of the game, but it's actually a very big congratulations to those that are actually eligible, because we're going to be making so much money. And if we have the total supply of this particular token to be on a low side, it means that one token is going to be worth a lot of money, and that is what you're going to be getting. Okay, so that will be it for this particular video. I'm actually trying to update you guys on what is exactly going on Paws right now. And what you should know right now is, if you're actually not done those recommended tasks on Paws, just do yourself the very good of doing it, and don't just be there because it's recommended. You don't want to do it. Projects are going to repay you more when you're spending more into the community. So if you're spending more tokens and do more of support, you're going to get more of the token. So don't let anybody deceive you. Even if you've been farming and doing quests, make sure you do those ones that require you to pay some money. It's just my own advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Just do whatever that makes you happy, and that will be it. I'll get to see you guys on my next video. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. And remember, we're giving out free to learner. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow us on X. And I'll see you guys on my next video. And goodbye for now.